Hey guys, welcome back to Old Man Flying. So, what we are now is in the classification for instrument reading. I have now got to do all these sort of tutorials, so we're going to go through them, and then hopefully we are going to go into this exam. So we've got 12,000 credits there, and here we go then. So hopefully this should be pretty good. So climb and descent, 5 minutes. Weather won't always be perfect. Tutorials to use the world of instrument flying. So what have we been doing since? So I've done a couple of extra flights, learned how to, you know, I'm still landing pretty poor to be fair with you. Gained some more experience and we are now looking at some instrument stuff. So in other words, when I did a bit of research on this is all about what I can't see, so almost flying blind. So very interesting for me. Anything changed on the sim? Well, since last time I've bought myself a Logitech autopilot multi what's the name, and the Logitech radio panel as well. So we've got the multi-panel and the radio panel. That's all that's changed on the sim, otherwise it's all exactly the same. You know, again, this isn't tutorials, this is all just about me recording my journey learning to fly using Flight Simulator 2024. So without further ado, let's not bore you to death, let's get on with it. So here we are.
Flying over the UK's Shetland Islands, just below a thick layer of clouds. Up until now, you've been able to look outside to judge the aircraft's attitude and location. What happens when you lose that outside view? That takes us into the world of instrument flight. When you can't use the horizon for reference due to clouds, darkness, or other hindrances to visibility, you'll need to rely on your airplane's instruments. When flying on instruments alone, you'll need to rely on your attitude indicator to see your pitch and roll information. Modern cockpits like this combine several instruments into one electronic display, called a primary flight display, or PFD. Stay on heading 270, set full power, and climb up to 4,500 feet. Set full power for the climb.
Whoa. Reach 4,500 feet.
Watch your heading. Maintain heading 270.
Hmm?
You needed to maintain heading 270.
Yeah, I understood that, but I didn't realise I was turning at the same time. There we go, 270. Well, this takes a bit of a going over.
We're climbing up into the cloud layer. Notice how you're starting to lose your outside view.
I've already lost
Instead
it,
of
mate.
looking out the canopy, focus your attention on the cockpit instruments. You can maintain wings level using the attitude indicator.
Can I?
Continue climbing to 4,500 feet.
We're at 4,000 feet. Keeps trying to jig me off to the left for some reason. We are at full power, aren't we? Yeah, we're at full power. Come on, up you come. Keeps wanting to move the aircraft around for some reason, but I suppose you're relying fully on instruments, so the ground is not exactly level all the time, is it? Let's be honest with you. Come on, I'm almost there now.
Using the vertical sped indicator and the altimeter, level off at 4,500 feet while continuing to maintain a heading of 270. Now fly straight and level at 4,500 feet, getting used to not having an outside horizon for reference.
Okay, maintain 4,500 feet. See, when I'm looking, it looks like I'm already on the turning to the left, turning to the right. It's all over the place. Is that a bit of a glitch, or I don't know? Seems like I'm supposed to be level, but every time it feels like I'm level, the old indicator's not level.
Okay, now keep us on this heading and take us down to 4,000 feet. Reduce power so that we can descend without gaining speed.
Let's just slow down. What did it say? 4,000 feet.
Great, increase power again for cruise and keep us at 4,000 feet. Increase the power again so that we don't get too slow.
Whoa. Okay. Okay, so a little bit of a trick there. I used I switched over to the autopilot there, and I did a couple of flights where I needed
Try
to
to
learn
maintain
it.
4,000 feet altitude. You needed to maintain 4,000 feet. Well done, but there's room for improvement.
Okay. I'll be honest there, I used the autopilot, the multi-display there. It worked, it worked for me towards the end there. I kept moving it around. Quite a bit of, what's the word, wind in the way. We'll see how we got on anyway. Let's make some adjustments here and there. Okay, so next training, we got a B for that one. Not too bad. What we got next? Turning tutorial reach now to change directions when you cannot rely on external references. Okay, so slip skid indicator, bank indicator, and heading. Okay. Now let's crack on with this one then, shall we?
Now that you've tried some climbs and descents,
Whoa.
we'll introduce turning. Throughout this lesson, maintain your current altitude of 4,000 feet. Our heading is the direction our nose is pointing, measured in degrees. The main electronic display in front of you is the primary flight display, or PFD.
Is it supposed
At
to
the
be
bottom
doing
center
that?
of the PFD, we see the horizontal situation indicator, or the HSI. The HSI shows us the direction our nose is pointing, called our heading. Headings are measured in degrees, with east being 090, south 180, west 270, and north 360. Currently we're heading west. That's 270 degrees. When turning, we want to aim for a bank angle of around 20 degrees.
Just like the
Along the top of the attitude indicator are white lines. Each line represents 10 degrees. Normally we use about 20 degrees of bank, which is the second white line. Let's try it out. Make a turn to the left onto heading 180, using 20 degrees of bank. Keep turning until heading south, at which point, smoothly roll back to wings level. Keep the turn
smooth.
going with 20 degrees of bank.
I'm trying to do
You
that.
had us turning the wrong way. That's the wrong way. We want a left turn.
I am
You
turning
didn't
left.
maintain 4,000 feet while turning.
I am turning left.
Watch your altitude, maintain 4,000 feet. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180. That's it, stop turning there and you'll be heading due south. Heading 180.
I'm trying to do heading
Great, now try and maintain this heading for a short while. You missed our target heading.
I didn't miss it, but it's all over the place. Or a bit better.
Now make a turn to the right, onto a heading of 350.
350. Okay, so pretty much the same as VOR, but I think it's a bit more. I think they're throwing some wind in here just to make it a bit more difficult, to be fair, because we're trying to turn and it's just throwing the aircraft everywhere. And it might be like that in real life, but in what my experience is at the moment, it's a pretty bumpy ride, to be fair. We'll see how we get on anyway. Supposed to maintain 4,000 feet. Target.
Now smoothly roll wings level onto a heading of 350. Now maintain heading 350 for a bit.
I'm trying to head 350. It keeps throwing the aircraft everywhere. Look at that. Now do a little cheer right at the last minute.
Well done, but there's room for improvement.
Yeah, it might be, mate, but could be room for improvement. Let's see what we got then. It's quite difficult, that, actually, to be fair with you. It was not something that... Well, we got a B grade. Left turn was 82% and right turn 48%. They are trying to throw these statistics in there where I think the wind is way too much there. So what we got next? Speed control. I'm a bit of a speed demon, I'll be honest with you. See how we get on with what we're supposed to be doing now then. What's this one? Managing the aircraft speed while flying IFR requires a pilot's full attention. This tutorial will teach you how to maintain pitch as well as your speed and lift. Okay, this is going to be another interesting one. I didn't use my multi-panel that time, and I'm not going to use it this time. Let's not cheat myself. Let's learn to fly the actual aircraft.
We're cruising at 100 knots, maintaining our heading and altitude. Let's look at how we deal with speed changes when flying on instruments. When slowing down, the wings produce less lift. To counter this, you'll need to progressively raise the nose in order to maintain altitude. Give it a try. Reduce power and bring the speed back to 70 knots. Remember to adjust the elevator trim so that you don't have to keep putting any pressure on the controls. Keep us steady on heading 350. You wandered off the heading. Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude.
Wandered off the heading. Gee.
You need to be able to control altitude while adjusting speed.
You're asking me to control altitude, adjust speed, and go 350. Okay. Yeah, it's 350. It threw me off, not the other way around. This aircraft is, well, it's windy. I'm probably on real world weather, actually, to be fair. I just thought about it. I wonder if I am on real world weather. Because...
Keep us steady on heading 350. You wandered off the heading.
Come on. Turn. I just thought I probably got the sim set up in real world. It's pretty windy out there today. And I'll be honest with you, that's probably what I'm actually fighting. I wouldn't be probably flying a Cessna 172 in this sort of conditions. Literally just thought about it. I'm actually flying in these sort of real world conditions. So yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. Probably why it's so difficult. I mean, I've got no power on here whatsoever at the moment, nothing. So, reach 70 knots, come on. I think even...
Good. Now set power to maintain 70 knots.
Don't think I need
Keep
to.
us steady on heading 350.
I'm trying to do that. Well,
You wandered off the heading.
yeah, well, it's not so easy, fella. I'm making all sorts of adjustments here. This is absolutely horrible. I suppose in a real world situation, that's what the pilots would be doing.
Maintain 70 knots. You weren't accurate enough with your speed.
What do you mean I weren't accurate enough?
Keep us steady on heading 350. You wandered off the heading.
Well, might be my first failure of the day, to be fair with you. I can't remember what altitude he said to stick at, so there you go.
Notice how the nose needs to be a little higher than before to make up for the loss of airspeed. Use the elevator trim to adjust pitch to the new sped and maintain 70 knots for a bit. Keep us steady on heading 350.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I can't trim the aircraft.
Maintain 70 knots. You weren't accurate enough with your speed. Great, now increase power to get your speed back up to 100 knots. As we speed up, notice how you need to trim nose down to avoid climbing. That's it, now stabilize at 100 knots. Good, now we'll take flap settings into account. Flaps give a boost in lift, which you'll need to control in order to maintain our altitude. They also add drag, making us slow down more quickly, so be careful not to get too slow. Reduce power and slow us down to 60 knots. Good, now extend the flaps to 10 degrees. Now set flaps at 20 degrees. With the extra drag, start adding power so you don't drop below your target airspeed of 60 knots.
This is taking quite some...
Now stabilize at 60 knots and trim for level flight.
trim for level flight, yeah. This has been absolute difficult. Especially pretty much falling out of the sky, fella. The amount of adjustments I'm making here, it's unreal. If a pilot has to do this in real
Wow,
life.
great job. Next we'll look at navigating on instruments alone.
Wow, that was way difficult. That was quite difficult, to be fair with you. did it. Probably not going to score big on that one, but it was an interesting one. So, we shall carry on to the next training. VOR Basics. So this one's a 5-minute tutorial on this one, so let's, without further ado, crack on. I want to get some of these done. Let's just reset all the sim. Yeah, that was quite a bit of a concentration there. I don't know. Pilots, I suppose, in one way would have to do their thing.
Now that you have the basics of flying the aircraft on instruments, let's look at navigation. There is a worldwide network of radio beacons that pilots use to find their way when flying IFR. The most common beacon is the VOR. I've tuned the Sunbird VOR into your NAV radio, which we're going to fly toward. To get there, we'll use the Course Deviation Indicator, CDI. That's the green arrow and bar on the HSI. I've set the CDI for a course of 170. That means we want to arrive at the VOR on a heading of 170. The CDI shows us if we are on our selected course. If the bar is to the left of center, we need to fly to the left to recapture our course. The bar is currently over to the right, so keep flying on this heading and wait for the CDI bar to start moving towards the middle. Keep us on heading 240 for now.
240. Oh, look at that. Wow, there's a little pink arrow telling me to turn to the right as well. Now that is kind of cool. I'm quite impressed with that. Oh. 270 it said, didn't it? So it's still telling me to fly that way. Okay. 270. And I make it, that'll be dead west. Wait for that bar to cut in. And then it'll probably ask me to once it captures the VOR1. Right, okay, so keep wandering all over the place, but there is a little pink arrow just underneath my indicator there, which direction I'm flying in. So my degrees of just underneath there, every now and again you'll see, just on the top of the compass there, a little pink arrow. Just noticed it. It's like, oh wow, okay, so that's what he was talking about. VOR1 is the green line with an arrow going straight through it. Did a little bit of research on the instruments there. I had to do some reading there to understand what's what. Obviously on the left is my speed, on the right is my altitude. Oh, 240. Okay. That's my fault.
Here it comes. Now make a left turn onto heading 170.
170 it said, so I'm going to probably get there pretty quick going by the weather.
Great. Now keep the CDI bar centered and it'll take us to the VOR.
So this is going to be pretty difficult to, but I get what it's doing. It's,
you were way off on altitude holding.
Didn't know what it was,
Try
mate.
to maintain 4,000 feet altitude.
Oh, right, okay.
Turn towards the CDI bar to keep it centered.
Wow, this is quite difficult. Wait, come on. 160, come on. Don't come flying with me, guys. This is, I know this is, you know, just a channel where
we're getting close to the VOR now. The CDI indications might become erratic or disappear when reaching a VOR, but this is normal. Keep flying straight ahead on heading 170 for a couple miles. Try to maintain 4,000 feet altitude.
Trying to, come on this thing. So, just help me out here, because this wind is absolute joke. I should have really turned the wind off, to be fair with you, because I don't think we should have been flying in this sort of situation at all. Yeah, I caught the autopilot button, so I've turned it off. That's what the pink line is there. I'm actually not wings level, and I'm flying in the direction of where I want to be, roughly.
I think a bit more practice may be a good idea.
I think in calmer weather, I think. I'm gonna just leave it there for that one there. That's taken quite a bit of work to get that to that position. So we're going to pick it up on the next video. C grade there, yeah, not very good. We're going to pick it up on the next video where we'll carry on doing the training, and just so I don't make these too long, and hopefully we can carry on to, especially in this weather, finish what we started. So without further ado, thanks for watching. Everybody stay safe. LNS down at the bottom if you do like the video. Thanks for being here. Bye.